So today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Iberia unites. Now Iberia consists of two countries, maybe you could say three, but Portugal and Spain are the main two. You might be able to say that Andorra is an Iberian country, but nonetheless the main focus is on the two, Portugal and Spain, who are both very historical countries. They once were very powerful countries. Modernly they're pretty, they're still above average in strength, but you don't think about them too much when you think of the strongest countries in the world. But what if they united together into the Iberian Union? And since this is a war/mapping channel, we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where they kind of go imperial, maybe try to form an empire, if you will. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. All the support is greatly appreciated, and let's go ahead and jump straight into the scenario. So Iberia will be forming a union, like I just said, and they will be forming a new government consisting of both Spanish and Portuguese officials. And just because I mentioned it earlier, let's go ahead and throw Andorra in there as well. So here is our Iberia, and with the combination of these two countries together, I'm sure that they would actually become a lot stronger as a nation. Portuguese and Spanish as languages, of course, are different. However, they do have a lot of similarities. Culturally, there's some differences, but still kind of similar. And also looking at their colonial possessions, which was basically just South America, also very similar. So an Iberian Union, while not likely, isn't in the realm of impossibility, but now they are united together. And like I said, we'll be taking a look at a scenario where they kind of go on some conquest. Now, starting off, I'm not too sure where they would actually start off now that I think about it. They wouldn't go after France right away, or they wouldn't go after Algeria, but maybe Morocco. Now you might be asking, how exactly are they going to form an empire or do any kind of invasions when they are a member of NATO? Well, you see NATO here? Yeah, you see it, and now you don't. It's gone. No NATO. NATO ruins videos, unless the videos are about NATO, but it's not. So Iberia will have little to no restrictions. Even the UN will get involved in their endeavors in Morocco, because that's where they're going to be striking first. So Iberian troops will make the jump across Gibraltar. Probably the UK's might be a little bit mad about that, but screw the UK. They will land in northern Morocco, and they will start to invade Morocco. That's a lot of Morocco. Yeah, in a war between these two, it would be pretty interesting because the Mediterranean Sea does play a large bit in that, but assuming that Iberia united together works pretty well, they're going to be stronger. And with that being said, we can assume that Morocco would lose this war over time. Of course, it wouldn't happen this quickly, but since you have other wars we need to get to, it's going to be accelerated. I do this all the time in every single video, but at the end of the day, Morocco loses, and they are forced to surrender over to Iberia, and we can take a look at a peace treaty. And in this peace treaty here, we have them taking over the coastal areas of Morocco and a ton of inland land as well. Morocco is left pretty crippled. I don't know if they would be able to survive with just this much land, probably, but at the end of the day, Iberia wins, and they can now continue their expansion, probably into Western Sahara. Now, Western Sahara, what do we know about it? It's confusing. That's what we know about it. Is it a country? No, we don't think so. Does Morocco own it? Sort of, kind of, not really though, but yeah. With Morocco losing the previous war, I don't think it's much of a factor, and yeah, goodbye Western Sahara. And in this peace treaty, we see full annexation by Iberia. So far so good for the Iberian Union, which just formed, and yeah, this is pretty much all that Spain had in North Africa, if I'm not mistaken. But what about Portugal? Maybe they want some of their old colonial land back. Well, luckily for them, there are a few options. You have things like Brazil, or you have Angola. And if we're choosing between these two, I think the safer option is definitely Angola, because you don't want to mess with this just yet. So Portugal and Spain and their new Iberian Union will now send some ships down to the coast of Angola and essentially be like, knock knock, we're here. And the Iberians will make a landing in the north of the country and get absolutely obliterated. All right, we'll send some more boats down, try this again, and we make another landing. This one goes a little bit better. Okay, we're getting pushed back. Iberia at this point is unable to continue with their effective supply lines down to the south in Angola, and at the end of the day, this little invasion that they're doing is very costly and makes colonization really unpopular in the new Iberian Union. However, over time, their invasion goes a lot better, and they start taking a lot more land from Angola, eventually forcing the country to surrender after doing a series of invasive campaigns that wipe out the economy of this country, or so I'm assuming, because I don't really know that much about Angola. Alright, goodbye. And in this peace treaty, much similar to the others, just kidding, we actually see them being made into a colony, and they will be this lightish kind of red color. Not exactly the dark red that Iberia is, but a little bit lighter, therefore you know that it is their colony. So, Iberia is essentially just doing like an old Portugal-Spain thing. Maybe they want to relive the glory days, just together in a weird relationship that may or may not be like a loving relationship. Portugal, Spain, are you guys like that? I don't think so. But this invasion goes extremely well, and they now have a colonial foothold in southern Africa in one of Portugal's old colonies. But what about Spain? Does Spain want one of their old colonies back? Well, yeah, of course. So now Iberian ships will cross the Atlantic Ocean and go over here to the Dominican Republic, where they will do much of the same that they did in Africa. try to make a landing. Now at this point, colonization is still unpopular in Iberia, but since the Dominican Republic is a lot weaker than Angola is, this one goes a lot better, and they're able to take the capital of the country, forcing it to surrender. And we have yet another colony being formed by Iberia, this time on the doorstep of the United States, which could be a little bit of an issue to them because imperialism, US doesn't like that, even though they kind of do it sometimes on their own. Yeah, hypocritical, but still, maybe don't mess in the Americas anymore because the USA just told you to stop. Anyway, with colonization being everly unpopular in Iberia, they will be forced to stop their endeavors overseas and instead focus on something a little bit more local. Yep, sorry Morocco, it's not your video. I feel like I need to do a Moroccan empire now. Have I actually already done that? I haven't done a Moroccan empire. You see, look, I told you in the last empire video, there's always like countries that I think I've done, and then I look at the map and I'm like, what? How have I not done Morocco yet? Like, it was last time it was South Korea, now it's Morocco. How have I not done Morocco? I've done Algeria. So I guess that's our next empire video, Morocco. Anyway, speaking of them, yeah, they get folded. And also they get fully annexed too, so goodbye Morocco. Oh, and okay, there's a all right, great. Oh, that's great. So Northwestern Africa just formed an alliance against the Iberians. So I guess no more West African expansion for you guys for now. Instead, let's look somewhere else. So Italy, you remember how like you did that one thing that one time? Yeah, screw you. We're going to invade you. And more specifically, we're going to invade the island of Sardinia. Give us that. That's ours. Also, we kind of like the look of Sicily. Yeah, let's take that too. All right, now the Italian military is, well, they're at an advantage here. So obviously the Iberians are going to get kicked right back out of Sicily, and they might even lose some ground in Sardinia. So Iberia is going to need some help in this war. Who wants to help? That's an interesting combination. Okay, sure. Slovenia, Croatia, and Albania will join the war on the side of the Iberians in hopes of getting rid of Italy for no particular reason. Maybe they're holding a grudge from World War II and World War I. Maybe they just want some land, who knows, but the Balkans are involved in this war now, and it gives a little bit of distraction time for Spain. And it gives a little bit of a distraction for Iberia, who is able to take back Sardinia. And with Slovenia doing a little offensive over here, Italy is going to go ahead and probably be very scared because you don't want to lose Venice. But even worse, the Iberians just re-landed in Sicily and took back the island, and they're now moving up the boot. And when Italy starts to lose a war, they do nothing but switch sides. Haha, the Iberians win. And in this peace treaty here, we can see a couple things happen. First of all, Iberia will annex all of Sardinia and Sicily. Albania will get this little tip from Italy over here, and Slovenia will get a little bit of land. But most notably, Italy has switched sides and is in an alliance with Iberia. Weird how that works, but that's the most Italian outcome possible. So yeah. And with their newfound ally, who has probably reformed their government and hopefully has rebuilt their country enough to do this, they are going to go ahead and attack France. And all of a sudden, Algeria is out of this alliance. Interesting. Also, Tunisia leaves as well. Interesting. I'm not too sure why that happened, but I'm sure you do know. Yeah, that's interesting how that works out with France and Italy. Anyway, the Iberians and the Italians will work together to try to do some damage to France. They take Corsica pretty easily, but Italy struggles in this area, as they have many times in history. Iberia also struggles because of France's geography. Mountains, mountains, pain. However, there is another unlikely ally. Germany joins the war on the side of Iberia. And right now, it looks like that the cards are just falling into place for Iberia because one country after another keeps joining this war, and it helps them out tremendously. Oh god, Germany, don't do that, because now, oh god. Okay, so this isn't the best thing ever. The UK has joined the war, and well, luckily this is the modern times, so like the red team isn't completely screwed, but it's gonna be bloody. But if we know anything about Germany, is that they have a lot of success in invading this area right here. So that's exactly what they do, and they do it pretty quickly. This gives time for the Italians to probably finally get their stuff together and push out of the mountainous region and into southern France. Still a little mountainy though. Don't worry, Iberia does the same thing, and they're now moving up the French coast. And with Germany's advancement on Paris, you could say that France is actually just French toast, as they lose Paris. And with France losing this much land, of course they're going to surrender. And now it's kind of looking like World War II if the Spanish had joined. Yep, good luck Britain. Don't worry though, this is the modern UK, so they're not completely useless. They'll land in Normandy by themselves and do pretty good in taking some areas of northern France until they actually aren't doing too good. And since this video has a lot of backstabbing and rivalries and historic trends, let's go ahead and throw Ireland in there. We'll take that right back, that's rightfully ours. And with Britain now losing land in the UK, there's only one plausible scenario that takes place from here. Uprisings in both Scotland and Wales, and with that, the UK is going to have to ditch this war after 5 of their prime ministers resigned during this war alone. And now we can take a look at a peace treaty with Western Europe. And in this peace treaty here, we can see that France gets decimated as it rightfully should for losing that war. war. Iberia gets a lot of their southern land, Italy gets a lot of their southeastern land, Germany gets Alsace-Lorraine, as well as a chunk out of Luxembourg, and Belgium in this state is gonna go ahead and just join France. Similar enough languages, I think. Similar enough, it's fine. And the UK is partitioned. Ireland gets Northern Ireland, Scotland is free, Wales is free, and England remains. And this is our new Europe. Now, of course, this video is not supposed to be realistic, if you can't tell already. I don't really cover things like what if Iberia united, because that, like, what am I going to talk about? Its economy, its population, its military? No, we're going to go to war. We're going to have fun. We're going to invade a bunch of countries and do some unrealistic things because I'm better. That's the AdizzPro channel. We like war over here, war scenarios. If the video doesn't have war scenarios, I didn't want it. I don't want that on my feed. Get that out of my feed. You feel what I'm saying? And to end this video off, why not just go ahead and finish off these guys? They have the audacity to form an alliance against us. Now, of course, Algeria and Tunisia did so as well, but they left. So they're chill in my book. You know who isn't chill though? Mauritania and Mali. Losers. I mean, like, imagine doing nothing and then getting invaded. Yeah, that sucks. Bye-bye. All right, so that went pretty quickly as expected. And in this peace treaty, we actually don't see full annexation because that would be really boring. Instead, we see this mess. Iberia taking over the coastal areas of Mauritania, and then we smash the rest of it over with Mali and form a colony. Yeah, that's really Western European. Good job, guys. Oh, but yeah, that actually is gonna do it for today's video. Now, I know the Wednesday videos in the past like 4 weeks at this point, I think, have been pretty short and pretty like weird and sporadic. Yeah, this is pre-recorded videos. This is what happens when I have the pre-recorded videos. I'm sorry, I can't sacrifice like the time that I have left at home purely for video recording at higher quality levels because I have to pre-record so many videos. This is my 4th one in the past 4 hours and I'm tired, but I have 3 more to do. So, oh well. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but I do hope that these videos have been more fun than the normal videos. They just aren't as like realistic as the normal videos, and I'm just gonna say the next 3 aren't realistic at all. I actually have them written down real quick. Let me just see. Next video, nope, not gonna happen. Video after that, not gonna happen. And the last video, definitely not gonna happen. Yeah. These are just for fun videos. I hope you guys don't mind that, and I hope that you can bear with me until summertime when there won't be any more pre-recorded videos. I'm sorry, but that's just kind of how it is with college. And when I do eventually get my own place, now I don't know if this is going to be this year that I get my own like apartment, or maybe next year I do it, because I could very well be living in a dorm again. But when I do have my own place and I don't have random roommates, then the videos will be better because I can record at college then. I plan on having like one of my friends come down to college with me next year, and we're going to dorm together, so I'll be able to record in my dorm like a normal person at that point. So just bear with me until May, and then the videos will be back to normal. College shouldn't be affecting them too much anymore after that. So I do just want to say that real quick right now. But anyway, like I said, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. And of course, thank you to all our super fans. This includes America and Canada and UK, Freezioid, Godzilla Bro, Zaylance, Unknown TD, Georgie Badev, Servanator, Johnny XX7, King Cheese, GD Cilia, Pablo Sigma Cat, Death Strider X, Hammer Toad 45, Connor the Gamer, Nevada Garbage Trucks, and DW Cool Dude. Once again, thank you guys.